Hello, everyone. My name is Tiffany of iguda.com, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about my hair color. Now, I was going to do a full write up about all the products I use and everything, and how I got the color in my blog. And what happens is a lot of times when I'm outside, a lot of people will ask me about my hair color before they ask me about my hair. Now, for the record, I do have natural hair, and as you can see, it is blue. It's blue, and at the bottom, or more closer to my roots, it's green. So it has like an ombre aquamarine type feel, which I'm in love with, by the way. And one of the reasons why I want to make this video is not only because people ask me how I do it all the time. One of the things that I always explain to people is that I made sure that it was the most healthiest and most efficient way for me to do my hair, and I would make sure that it had as little damage as possible. So in order for that to happen, I did a lot of research. I did a lot of research watching people who had permed hair, who had different hair textures than mine, who had natural hair. I watched a lot of videos where it went right, a lot of videos where it went wrong, and what was more important for me was to see everyone's technique, and of course their aftercare, because I want to see how do people who color their hair maintain it afterwards. If I was to go and use the bleach, how am I going to maintain that? Am I going to have problems with it? Is my curl pattern going to be all wonky? And that's what I was afraid of. I was afraid of that my curl pattern would loosen and that I wouldn't be able to do my twist outs, my braid outs, and all the things of that nature. And as you guys can see, this is a twist out that I did. And usually when I get to the ends, I just twist them. Like I just, twirl them around. And if your hair is severely damaged, or it's damaged to the point where it's straight, or your pattern is looser, you may not be able to do the twirl, as I call it. So, who inspired me to dye my hair? The person I can say who inspired me to dye my hair was Nefertiti Born on YouTube. And the reason why she inspired me so much was because I was able to watch her enjoy her hair and really get to have fun with it, dyeing it different colors and being able to experiment. And I love the vibrancy and everything that she was just doing with her hair was beautiful. And I decided that since I'm going to since I'm in college, after I graduate, it's not going to be very feasible for me to dye my hair blue, especially with the field I'm going to be going into and doing internships and everything and whatnot. I decided that I'm going to do it now, and then I'll dye it later. I'll dye it back later on. But I also came to terms with the real question that everyone should ask themselves: if it is the case that I can't turn my hair back to the color it was before, because your hair will never go back to the same color it was. You'll always get something close to it, but not exactly that close to it. Would I be okay with having blue hair for the rest of my life, or until I have to cut it out? And I said yes, because I love the color blue. I mean, I love the color blue. And I said to myself, well, I can do this. And from there, I did all my research. I had someone in mind who I wanted to do my hair. It was a hairdresser who had done my mom and my sister's hair, and I was familiar with her. She had done my hair before when it was permed. She had installed a weave, and I asked her what would be the process for her to give me the color that I wanted. She told me that the only way that I could get the color would be to dye it. well, not to dye it, of course to dye it, but to bleach my hair. And I didn't want to bleach it because I had just cut off all of my ends. I had ended my transition, and I didn't want to go back and forth with the bleach because I knew my hair can definitely take it. It's really strong, but do I want to put my hair through all of that just to get the color? And I decided no. Sometimes, in some cases, depending what you decide to do, the bleach may turn out to be better for you or a better alternative for you as opposed to what I did. So everyone's hair is going to be different. Not everything is going to work on everyone's hair. This is just what I did to get the color. Now, the reason why I say this is because everyone keeps asking me how did I do it when I tell them that I did not bleach my hair. This is important for me to get out there as a disclaimer to say, don't go to Sally's and buy a whole bunch of stuff and put it in your hair, and then when your hair doesn't turn out like mine, you're upset. I'm telling you what my hair texture is, what my hair color is, where I began with everything, so that you know that if you have a certain hair color or a certain hair texture, how your hair may turn out. Not everyone's hair is going to react to products differently. My hair may be stronger than yours, my hair may be weaker than yours. It depends. So, with that being said, let's get started on how I actually achieve the color. So, I found two methods that I went back and forth with, and one was the demi-permanent method that was done by, well, that I saw done by Mono's Hair on YouTube. I'll link her channel below, as well as Nefertiti's channel. And the demi-permanent process is basically when you get a 20 volume developer, such as this one. Can you see that? And this one. And you get a demi-permanent color, and you mix it with the developer and you put it on the hair. Now what happens is the developer and the semi-permanent, the demi-permanent color will lift up the cuticles of the hair, will raise the cuticles and allow the color to deposit onto the hair. Now, there's only one problem with that particular, there's one particular problem that pertained to me with her video and me in general in finding the right product for me to use. That one thing, those two things I should say, were she has natural highlights in her hair that are lighter than my hair. My hair is a 1B or dark brown. Another problem was that, and that's my original color, that's the color I was born with. Another problem was that a lot of the off colors like blues, greens, and even purples are not made to be demi-permanent, which means you are not supposed to mix them with developer. You will get adverse effects. In this case, I didn't know what effect. I would have got slathering semi-permanent color and and what is it called again? And developer on my hair. So I didn't do that. I didn't see any videos where anyone had done it. And if I couldn't see any videos where anyone had done it and how their results were, I definitely wasn't going to try and experiment with it either. So I found my next method, which was a method that I found done by Minnie Marley on YouTube. I'm going to link her channel down below too, and I'm going to try and find that episode. All the things that I mentioned, I'm going to try and find the particular videos linked to those. But if not, I'm going to just put in the link for the channels. Now, excuse me. What happened, what she did was her mom did her hair. Her mom is a professional hairstylist, beautician, and what she did was she took a cream color, a permanent cream color with the lightening agent in it, and she mixed it with developer. And what that did was it lifted her hair a couple levels to what she desired. Now, after that, she used, I think she used a little bit of bleach on the ends so that she could get like more vibrancy and color, but I just wanted an overall look. So what I did was I went out and I bought the color, and this is exactly what she used, except for the developers. I don't know what developers she used, but I know that this is what she used. This was what she used for the permanent color. So this is the one and only Argan Oil hair color in 9G, which is very light golden blonde. Now, there's a permanent cream color. It has a lightening agent in it, which means if you put this on your hair with developer, it will lighten your hair. Now, I don't know exactly the strengths in developers on how they work, but I thought to myself that if I want to maintain the health of my hair, that I would use the lowest number possible, or a lower number. So I wanted a lift, but not too much of a lift. So I used the 20 volume developer. Now, what ended up happening was, before I had went and did all of this, a couple months prior, I had bought an ion sensitive scalp lightener packet, and I'm gonna link that down below too, along with all of these different things you can find at Sally's. And what I had done was I did a little strip test with some developer and some of the lightener, and I had lightened the piece of my hair in the front. You're not even gonna be able to see it, honestly, because the color covered it so well. So after I did that, I then went and I decided I didn't want my hair to be that lightened, because it really lightened up my hair, and I decided I wasn't going to use it. Then I used this and this together, stirred it up and then applied it to my hair. I did not apply it to my roots. I didn't want to lighten my roots. I wanted to keep my roots as much as possible to the same color. So here it is. I don't know if you guys can see it, so I'm gonna get my flashlight on and show you guys. So if you can see it, my hair, the scalp, does not have the color on it. It's just the ends. And as you guys know, when you apply color, the heat from your hair will pull the color closer to your roots. So applying it directly to your roots isn't a good idea anyway. It may aggravate your scalp. So, but I already knew I didn't want it all the way all by my scalp, so I decided not to do that. So after I did that, it lifted my hair a couple levels, but not to the level I wanted. And the reason why is because this is a standard lift. If I was to ever go back and lift up my hair and do it again, I'd probably do it with a 30 or a 40 and leave it on for like a couple minutes. Maybe a 30. So after that, I put the ion sensitive scalp lightener on. I left that on for 20 minutes, and I got this dirty blonde look, this dirty blonde hair color. And after that, I washed it out. Every time I washed it out with the Ion Color Solutions Color Defense Sulfate Free Shampoo. And this is sulfate free, maximum protection for all types of color treated hair, 100% vegan and paraben free. So this is sulfate and paraben free. And it is a thick consistency. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yep, thick consistency. And it's a very pearly like shampoo. Along with doing my research in my natural hair journey, I also found that that pearly shampoos are very moisturizing. I have to fix this up later on after the video. But yeah. And that left my hair wasn't stripped after that. It was definitely dry feeling. My curls were a little bit were a teensy bit stretched, but I think it's because it was the cuticles of my hair being lifted so much that my hair was just like, not necessarily getting weaker, but kind of just going through the motions. But whenever you do anything to your hair gets some type of damage. And no matter what, you have to keep in mind that your hair is going to get damaged either way. How much damage is what you're in control of. So after I did that and I got my colors and I got it to lighten to the level I wanted, I then blow dried my hair and I went to sleep because I was so tired. And after that, I got up, I went and I got my color. Now, the color that I used, before I go into any of that, the specifics about my hair, if you want color type in color, my hair is 1B or dark brown, and then my curl pattern is a 4A with 4B tendency. So it's, for the most part, it's very springy, but it has some 4B tendencies. So it's kind of like in the middle with the textures, but it's very, 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 very thick. Which was also another reason why I got away with the color and with why I got away with the over processing, because my hair was strong. It can take it. Now, would I go back and do this again and bleach my hair again? No. Looking back, could I have gone and bleached my hair? Yeah, but I probably wouldn't have done it by myself. Definitely not by myself. Sorry, I keep looking at the screen and not the camera. Now, what I did was I applied. After that, I woke up, got myself together, and then I went and I got my color. So this is the Ion Color Brilliance Brights in Sky Blue. Now I also had the Aqua. The first time I did this, I had Aqua, which is why you guys see the green cast. The reason why the green cast is there is because I had one box of this and 2 boxes of Aqua. Now what ended up happening was I mixed all 3 together and I applied it all evenly to my hair. And what ended up happening was because my hair was more of an ashy blonde and it wasn't really lightened to what it should have been in order to take the color properly, my hair took more to the greens in the Aqua than the blues. And what ended up happening was I ended up with this dark jadish green type color. Don't get me wrong, the color didn't look like it was a mistake. It looked beautiful and I loved it. And I'm gonna put more information in the link below, including my hair before I did the refresher and got the color that I actually wanted. But now thinking about it, I probably should have just stuck to the green because I miss it now. So I'm probably going to end up, after this washes out a good amount of times, in the next like 10-15 washes, or at least when it starts to get dull for me, I'm going to go and I'm going to get some more Aqua color and I'm going to put it in my hair. And after all that processing and everything was done, I put my hair into some curl formers and let my hair dry that way underneath the dryer for a couple of minutes, and that was that. I did a moisturizing deep conditioning treatment, but I don't remember which one I used. But after that next wash day, I went and I used the Aphogee Curlific texture treatment, which is this. And it is a very, 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 thank you. Camera's working with me today. It's a very, very thick consistency. Yeah, very, very thick. And what this is it is a elasticity treatment that helps with the elasticity of your hair and helps prevent breakage. Now this is not a deep conditioning treatment. This is not meant to put moisture in your hair, although the properties of it is very moisturizing. But this isn't something you would go and say, oh, I need a deep conditioning treatment and an elasticity treatment. No, this has very moisturizing properties, but it is not a deep conditioner. It is an elasticity treatment. And for people who are permed, you can actually use this. I've walked into a lot of friends, including someone I work with at school, who was telling me that she was having breakage and problems with her hair. And a lot of people have actually asked me about that, including heat damage. And I told them that you can use an elasticity treatment to help with the breakage. But if you're having anything more difficult than that, then you should either see a hairdresser or evaluate, the perm you're using and things of that nature. So, in conclusion, that's basically in a nutshell how I got my hair color. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comments down below. If you want any more information about my hair, I'm gonna be doing a full write-up about my natural hair journey. I'm gonna do a write-up as opposed to a video because I think it'll be better for everyone to see exactly how do I say this? To see everything that I went through in the process. It's almost done, but everyone keeps asking me about my hair, and I prefer to show everyone the products that I used, and those will be in the description below. And I guess that's it. So if you have any comments, questions, leave them down below. And thank you for watching. Goodbye.